You on? Alright. So yesterday was October 26th, which just so happened to be the same day that SHAKA did their rally on Maui. And so after watching the footage of their rally, I decided I wanted to make a video talking about the different things that SHAKA is promising the community is going to happen from this initiative and what the initiative actually does. The video that I made though is kind of lengthy. It's like 12 minutes long, and so I wanted to make an abbreviated version today to kind of go over all the main points, and then if you want to kind of get into detail, then you can check out that video, and I'll leave a link for it somewhere. But without any further ado, we're going to look at the moratorium, section 5, what it actually states, what will become law, and then we're going to go over some of the claims that SHAKA is making and see if they start matching up. Okay, so section 5, temporary moratorium. 5.1, it is unlawful for any person or entity to knowingly propagate, cultivate, raise, grow, or test genetically engineered organisms within the county of Maui until such time that the terms of the moratorium, amendment, or repeal, section 6 below, have been met. That is the law. So what they're saying is that it will be illegal for somebody to grow GMO plants in Maui County. Okay, that's it. That's the law. Illegal to grow GMOs. So when you hear SHAKA talking about controlling pesticides, all the pesticides that are open air pesticide experiments that are poisoning the aina and poisoning the children, really the moratorium has nothing to do with that. It doesn't address it at all. It doesn't fix it. When you hear them talking about how GMOs are bad and they're unregulated and they're unhealthy and they're going to make you sick if you eat them, it doesn't really address that either. Because also in the moratorium, let's just pull this up real quick. If you see section 2, or I'm sorry, section 5.2, okay, we'll read this. Subsection 1 of this section does not apply to, you go down to B, GE organisms that have been incorporated into food or medicine in any manner already prepared for human cell or animal consumption. Okay, so they're saying that GMOs are bad and you shouldn't eat them, but yet they're allowing the GMOs still to be sold and to be consumed by the consumer and to be fed to the pigs and to the chickens and to the cows. Okay, so it doesn't address that concern either. I'll tell you though what the bill does address. It addresses plants. And when you're addressing plants, you're not affecting the people who are eating it. You're affecting the people who are growing it. So now you have all of these farmers and all of these laborers who work for these companies to grow them. They are affected by it. They get, they lose their jobs. Farmers get adversely affected by this moratorium. If you want to know more about that, I made a video about that. Check out that link. But you basically have all of these promises that SHAKA's been making, none of which are being answered by this bill. The only thing that this bill does is stop you or stop anyone, you, me, any company, from growing a GMO plant. Anything else that they say that they promise you is going to happen afterward, or that they're saying they're trying to stop, really is just a lie, basically, because we just read it. It doesn't get addressed at all. And so what you need to ask yourself is, if you're going to vote yes, why are you voting yes? What are the problems that you have? What are you trying to get accomplished by voting yes? And then look at the moratorium, look at the bill, and see, is the moratorium going to give me or going to accomplish what I want? And if the answer is no, which it will be 9 times out of 10, then what you're doing is you're putting the economy at risk for nothing. You're putting farmers at risk for nothing, because it's not addressing your concerns. You're putting employees of 2 major companies that dump millions of dollars into this economy at risk. You're putting the future of farming at risk, and it's not accomplishing the things that you want. I understand people want regulated pesticides, people want labeled GMOs, people don't want GMOs in their food, But this moratorium does not do any of that. So again, is it really worth losing all of these jobs and crippling the economy and hurting farmers to pass a bill that really doesn't address your concerns?